Hello, everybody. It's Judi Glova, and I'm welcoming you to the Release and Recharge call today. And actually, I would love if you could please go into the chat box and make sure that my volume is working okay. If you could just go into the chat box and let me know that you can hear me, that would be greatly appreciated. Because I really don't want to get started until I know for sure. Oops. Let's see here. Loud and clear. Thank you so much, Sarah Lynn. I greatly appreciate it. Okay, so hello, everybody. As I said, my name is Judi Glova. Today is May 18th, 2023, and I am your host today for this release and recharge call, which is based on the Sedona method. And if you're new to the Sedona method, it is basically an opportunity and a method that really is effortless. It's an ability, or I should say, it's a tool that you can use anytime in order to allow yourself to have more freedom in your life by letting go of those things that no longer serve you. And it truly is effortless. It's just like cleaning out your refrigerator when you know that something is gone bad and kind of smells rotten. You can just throw it in the garbage. Same thing with the Sedona method. If there's any stinking thinking or any feelings or anything that's holding you back, any stories that may be getting in your way, you can just allow yourself to choose to let them go. It is that simple, I think. But when we think about, the 8 billion people on the planet, we all tend to hold on to things and we have resistance of letting things go. So, what I'm going to walk you through today is that effortless process. And all you have to do is allow yourself to just be. So let's explore this right now. I don't want you to believe anything that I'm saying. I want you to experience it for yourself. So if you would, either with eyes open or eyes closed, just allow yourself to be and just notice what's present now. And could you just stop? In today's group release, we're going to focus on control or even the lack of control that we may be feeling. So, in this moment, could you allow yourself to just welcome any sense, any situation, any apparent happening that you feel that you want control or you don't have control, or you may even feel out of control? Can you just allow yourself to be present with whatever story, thoughts, feelings, sensations, pictures that come into your mind's eye? Can you just allow those to be here as best you can? And can you allow yourself to welcome any wanting to change it, fix it, figure it out, push it away, or hold it close? And could you allow yourself to notice that wanting control or the wanting to not be in control, wanting someone else to figure it out, wanting someone else to take care of it? Just notice any wanting of control or wanting to give control away, just as best you can. And can you allow yourself to notice any sense that that feels personal about you or who you are? Any sense of me, mine, them, or theirs when it has to deal with control? Can you just notice what's ever present for you now? And just for now, just for this moment, can you allow yourself to let that go? And let's take that from the top and choose any situation with control or lack of control, maybe the same situation or any other situation that's coming up for you that deals with control. And could you welcome that situation or that seemingly situation that's happening? Can you welcome that as best you can? Could you notice any and all pictures, sensations, sounds, anything that pops into your conscious and awareness? Just could you allow that to be here? And could you allow yourself to notice any wanting approval, control, security, certainty, separation, or oneness? Any wanting to do anything with or about this seemingly situation that's happening? And could you welcome any sense that that feels personal about you or who you are? Any sense that you have control or that you don't have control, that somehow control is a part of you or part of your identity? Could you just welcome that now, just as best you can? And now, can you welcome and allow yourself to notice what's at the core or the center of that situation of control? What does it arise from? What is it contained in? And what does it subside to? And could you allow yourself again to notice that situation of control, whether it's too much control, not enough control, wanting more, wanting less, wanting to give it away? Could you just allow yourself to welcome whatever is still present around that situation or feeling or thought? Could you notice what is at the center? And if it's even deeper than that, what is at the center or core? And if it's even deeper than that, what is at the center or core? And could you allow yourself, just for this moment, to again welcome whatever comes up for you regarding control, whether it's the same situation or another situation? Allow that situation of control, of wanting to give it away, wanting to hold it close, wanting to figure it out. Whatever comes up in your mind's eye, could you notice? Are you that? Or are you that which is aware? And if you look, you'll probably notice that you are that observer. You are that which is aware of that wanting control or that story of control. Could you allow yourself to notice that conscious awareness that you are? And just could you allow yourself to be that conscious awareness? And could you notice that beingness that you are, that conscious awareness? And could you allow yourself to just melt into that conscious awareness? That beautiful, radiant light that is the essence of who you are. And could you allow that radiant, effervescent light to fill your entire body? And could you rest as that which needs no control to be? Okay, great. So now what I'd like to do is open up the chat box. So if you would, please go into the meeting chat. And if you could please note if there's anything that you want to share, any questions, any releases that you'd like. We still have some time available during this call. Any questions? I'd love to welcome those. I can either unmute you or I can look at the chat box and just go there and see if you have any questions or comments. And it's interesting, the topic that I picked today was around control. And I think it's a theme that kind of weaves through our lives from time to time. It's a pretty common theme of things that we want to let go of because there is this sense that we have control. And when we look, there really is no control. Control is one of those things that we have as a thought process, as a construct. We kind of buy into it. We think that we have control. And I love that old saying of, if we really want to make the universe laugh, just tell it our plans, right? Whenever we think we have control over what's going on in the world or in our world, what we perceive as our world, or that story that we call our lives, we think we have control over that. So if I don't have any other requests for any releases, I'm going to ask then that if you go into the chat box and just let me know where you are joining from, whether you're in the United States or anywhere else in the world. If you can just let me know where you're connecting from. Canada. Ah, I see, Sarah Lynn. I never thought of control as wanting it, but a necessity of life, because in truth, I don't trust anymore. I found out early in life that I could not trust anyone. Okay. So let's actually, I know you haven't requested it, Sarah Lynn, but what if we did a group release on trust? Because I think we all have a sense of, again, what do we feel like we have control on? Okay, great. I'm glad you like that idea. Okay, so if you could just allow yourself to just be. Just allow yourself to be in this moment and just notice what's present for you. And could you welcome any stories around trust? Around trusting the universe, trusting maybe whatever you call God or people, whatever that story is around trust, could you just allow that to be here? It could even be around stories of, trusting that things will work out or things won't work out. So just could you allow yourself to welcome any and all stories around trust and any sensations or anything that brings up for you? Could you allow that just to be here now? Notice any memories or stories around trust, any thoughts, sensations, sounds, conversations. Could you just allow those to be here as best you can? And could you notice, is there any wanting to do anything with or about that trust? Any wanting to figure it out, hold it close, push it away, deny it, believe in it, doubt it, any wanting to figure it out. Could you just allow any and all wanting to be here as best you can? And now, could you welcome or notice any sense that that feels personal about you or who you are? Any sense that trust is mine or trust isn't mine? Any sense of me, mine, them, or theirs? Could you just allow that to be present as best you can? Any sense of identity around trust? And now, just for now, could you allow yourself to let that go? Would you let that go? And when? And let's take that from the top one more time. Could you allow yourself to welcome whatever stories or memories or feelings or thoughts come up around trust or mistrust? Could you allow those to be present as best you can? Can you notice any sense of wanting to do anything with or about it? Any wanting to figure it out, fix it, change it, do anything with or about it? Any wishing or wanting that you could trust people? Any wanting to control how you can trust people? Any safety and trust? Any sense of separation from trust? Just notice whatever is present in any and all wanting. And again, if you welcome even the distrust, sometimes the wanting trust is also the flip side of that, is the we need to be able to welcome also the distrust that we feel, the doubt, the distrust. Just welcome that as best you can. And now, could you allow yourself to notice any sense that that feels personal about you or who you are? Any sense of identity, of like I'm the one that doesn't trust, or I'm the one who can't trust, or that's my lot in life with trust or mistrust, or having trust or not enough trust, that somehow that's attached to you. Could you welcome that as best you can? And just for now, in this moment, could you let that go? Would you? And when? And again, could we allow ourselves to notice the same story or any other story around trust or mistrust or distrust? Because it's a biggie. Could you allow yourself just to welcome it as best you can? And any of that you've saved for later, could you allow yourself to let that go? And if there is anything left over, could you allow yourself to welcome as much as you do that distrust, the mistrust? Could you welcome it as much as you do? And just for now, could you welcome that sense of trust and the safety of trust, the freedom, the peace of trust, being able to trust yourself as well as others? Could you welcome that just as best as you can? And now, could you welcome any mistrust or distrust or disappointment around trust? Could you welcome that as much as you do? And just for now, could you welcome that sense of peace with trust, of letting go and just being in the freedom of trust and the safety of trust as much as you can, even if it's just a little bit? And once again, can you welcome the distrust, the mistrust, sense of disappointment or regret as much as you do? Just let it be here. And then, just for now, could you welcome as best you can that sense of trust and certainty and peace and love and security of trust, even if it's just a little bit? That sense of always being protected by benevolent beingness, just as best you can. And again, whatever is left over, can you welcome any mistrust, any distrust, disappointment, regret, around failing to trust or not trusting enough. Could you welcome that as much as you do? And again, one more time, could you allow yourself, even if it's a tiny bit, that sense of trust? Trust in yourself, trust of beingness, feeling safe and protected and guided. Even if it's a tiny bit, can you just allow it to be here as much as you can? And now, could you welcome that sense of awareness, that sense of beingness that is aware of your story or the seeming situation around trust? And can you allow yourself to just dissolve into that conscious beingness, conscious awareness that needs no trust to be? Okay, great. So, once again, if you could go into the chat box and just any questions, feedback, sharing, you just let me know what's present for you now. Well, as we've gotten to the end of our call today, I just want to send out my deepest gratitude and appreciation for all of you here today. Michaela, Pamela, Sarah Lynn, Sharon, and everyone else that's here today that's listening, and anyone that's listening to this recording. Just want to give you huge gratitude and welcome you to next month's release and recharge session. Please reach out to me at info@judiglova.com if you want to be put on the mailing list to get additional notifications that'll come right into your email box. That would be great. And oh, I love these comments. Okay, control is synonymous with carrying a very heavy load. Yeah, absolutely. And no problem, Sharon, of joining late. That's fine. Grief came up to let go of. Yeah. Sometimes we need to let go of that grief that's also entangled in whether it's trust or control. Michaela, you're very welcome. Great to have you here. And on that note, I'm actually going to do another quick release just on grief. Can we all just allow ourselves to welcome any sense of grief loss, any pictures, sounds, sensations around the story we call our lives, anything that we feel that we've lost, any memories around that. Can we allow that to be present here? And can you notice any wanting approval, control, security, separation, or oneness? Could you welcome that as best you can? And can you welcome any sense that it feels personal about you or who you are? Any sense that that's your grief, or it's your grief to have, or someone else is involved in that grief? They've given you that grief. Any sense of me, mine, them, or theirs? And just for now, could you let that go? Would you? When? And could you allow yourself to notice that observer that can observe whatever those thoughts and feelings or memories or sensations around grief? Could you notice the observer, that conscious awareness that you are? Could you allow yourself to notice that conscious awareness and rest as that? Could you allow that conscious awareness, your beingness, could you let that be enough? Okay, great. Well, as I said, I welcome you to every monthly release and recharge call. Please email me at info@judiglova.com. If you are not on my email list yet, I welcome to have you here every month, and I look forward to hearing from you. Namaste. Have an amazing day, an amazing month. Bye for now.